Hello, Collective. Good morning. This is Divine Empress 71. I'm coming at you to do another reading. Uh, if you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. And happy Sunday, everybody. So, what I have on the table here is I have, so I have making shit up about you without the facts. Okay. You probably can't see, well, you might could see it. But this is making shit up about you without the facts. I guard my ego when I see you winning. I guard my ego when I see you winning. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo energy. Um, Eight of Cups, Pisces energy. Um, and this is somebody. Is this somebody that's jealous of you, collective? Because that's what it looks like. That's exactly what it looks like. They are so this is somebody that's they might be low key envious or maybe a little jealous of you, because if you are winning and you are doing all right, uh with yourself, because it looks like to me you walked away from this person, you distanced yourself or something. uh this person is, they don't feel like they measure up to you. Like they don't measure up to you. Like wherever you may be at right now in your life, successful, doing all right, that's not where they are. Because this is somebody who might be a bit lazy, where you may not be. You may be a hard worker, a go getter type, whereas they may not. Uh, so may be somebody who they are not as self motivated as you are. They feel insecure. They may not be as responsible as well as you are. This is somebody that they could be somebody that compares themselves to you. They could be somebody that may be trying to keep up with you, keep up with what you do, what you have, what you accomplish. Mm. I see why you either distance yourself from this person completely, or this is somebody that you don't deal with as much as you may have used to. Like, if you still deal with this person, like if they are a family, especially if they're a family member or something like that, maybe you deal with them when you feel like you have to, not because you really want to. I know that feeling too. But this is definitely somebody you walked away from, or you distanced yourself some kind of way. But yeah, especially after because they was probably showing you in subtle ways that they were jealous, or that they were, envious or whatever, because it doesn't really, at the end of the day, it's not really all about their words. Is, their actions is going to tell you what's up more than anything, you know yeah. I need to choose. Okay, I need to choose accountability over defensiveness. So this is somebody who uh runs. They may be somebody that runs from accountability, and when you try to call them out, they get defensive. Mm-hmm. This is somebody that don't like to be told about themselves. They don't like to be corrected, maybe. And any wrongdoing, they don't want to tell the truth. So what they do is, this could be somebody that when they do you wrong, you don't hear from them. Um, I know I heard somebody say, and And this was a long time ago, at a place I was working at, and someone said that well, if they get quiet with you all of a sudden and they're not talking to you like they normally do, that's because they've been talking about you. You know, and I found out for myself. I find that to be true to a certain extent. When they've been talking about you, they get quiet because they've been saying some things. They have been saying some things that they shouldn't have said. Some things, but they did it out of jealousy, envy. Somebody that's trying to make themselves look good or seem more superior. That's the word I'm hearing. So yeah, superior. Changing my ways. Somebody might be, somebody may know they know they got ways they need to change. They got some things about them that ain't right. And they know that that's why you know distance yourself. Some of them could be changing. Maybe considering their ways, and then you got some that know they need to, but they won't. I got fire sign Aries, Leo, Sag here as well. I I hope you will forgive me one day. Yeah, so somebody wants forgiveness from you too, collective. Yeah. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Comparing myself to you secretly. That's yeah. See, that's what I was saying. You probably can't hardly see it. Let's see. You might can see it now, but this is somebody that compares themselves to you. That's why I was saying they guard themselves when they see you winning. They try to act all like there's no big deal about it. Um, and they may be somebody that either they don't like show you like either they don't congratulate you, like straight up, or they just they try to they'll come and say like they'll pretend that they are rooting for you, showing some sort of congratulations or whatever, but deep down it's not sincere. There's just a fake smile, and they just kind of go along, just pretending to be. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I act like I don't notice your. See, I act like I don't notice your shine, but I do. Yeah, they do notice it. They try to act like that they don't notice you winning or see that that you doing all right. But they do notice it. It just bothers them. That's all. Hmm. I don't know, but whoever this is, they would like to start like they want to reconnect with you, start fresh with you. I guess whatever kind of relationship y'all had, they want this. This is somebody that's obviously they are missing your energy. They are missing your company, whoever this is. Uh, but like but you don't want to be connected with somebody that feel this way. You don't want to be connected with somebody that feel this way towards you. See, and one of the reasons why they act this way is because it's something about your success makes them question. It makes them question their own path. Yeah. It makes them question their own path. Hmm. They gotta follow their own path. They can't follow your path or somebody else's path, because what God has for you is for you. Your journey is your journey, not somebody else's. This might be somebody that likes to, like I said, they try to do what others do, try to obtain what they see others with, you know. And they could be somebody who they may have a fear of poverty. Uh, so they could have came from poverty, um, but and that's something that they fear going back to. Hmm. But I don't know though, cause this person don't work as hard as you do. Whoever this is, they don't work as hard as you. Yes. Huh. Maybe they have every reason to be afraid. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. So you may consider this person as, just somebody that ain't no good. Like this is a thief. They could have stole your time, your money, your resources, even love. They could have taken that for granted as well. Mm. See, whereas you, when it comes to your responsibilities, some of you seem to stand on business, whereas this person, they may not be as responsible as you, especially when it comes to money. They may not. Hmm. Yeah, but whoever this is, like I said, this was somebody that talked shit about you, and like I said, and they did it, out of jealousy. You know, um, seeing you winning, um, it bothers them. Um, but to make themselves feel more superior, see, they don't like the fact that the light is on you, and not so much as on them. Um, so they gossip and say things about you, um, to make themselves feel more superior. This is somebody, because deep down, that's not how they feel. That's not how they feel. Yeah, because whoever this is or somebody, they are trying to stick their nose in your business. They want to know what's going on. They do. They uh, and this also could be somebody collective. This also could be somebody who they may have a monitoring spirit. You know, um, they they monitor you just to see, you know, um, what are you, like looking at, like the things that you're doing in life, accomplishments, seeing where you are, um, um, you know, trying to guesstimate or estimate how much you make on your job, and want to trying to see what type of job you have, and things like that. Yeah. So mm, they don't they don't treat me as good as you. Somebody is mm, somebody's not being they are not being treated as well by somebody else versus you. So they could be in another connection with somebody, whether it's a lover situation or maybe a new friend or whatever. But these other people or persons that they hang around, um, they don't treat them as well as you did. Yeah, yeah. Somebody feels like that, um, losing you, or whatever it was that you brought to this person's life was a wake up call for them to consider their ways. They needed to consider their ways. Yeah, and I often I often think about how good things used to be between us. Hmm. So things could have been pretty cool, in the beginning between you guys. Yeah. Mm. I hurt the person who made me feel alive. Okay. So maybe you brought something out in this person. This person just saw something in you. Collective. You made them feel in such a way that nobody else did. Um, yeah. This is somebody that made you walk away because they hurt you. I can never undo the moments I hurt you. Yeah. So, and I regret what I did. So, whatever it was that they done, they do regret it. Um, this could be somebody with the Eight of Pentacles being here. Virgo energy, but it's in reverse. Uh, you, you know, uh, this person is somebody that tries to pretend uh like they know more than what they actually know. They like to feel like they know more than you, because as I'm going back to that superior type of vibe set, they could be working a job where it could be a boring job. It could be um, a job where they may feel like that they are not getting paid what they should be getting paid. uh, um, this is somebody that will cheat when it comes to money. Like, they won't be on the up and up about it. If they can get more out of you than what they should, then they would. Hmm. This is somebody that they may expect to get paid for poor quality of work. Yeah, like they would half-ass do a job but still expect to be paid, uh, for that job. Mm. Hmm. Yeah. Eight of Wands being here, they may want to communicate too. They do, because, like I said, they do regret what they did. This is Sagittarius energy. Eight of Wands. They may want to communicate. Mm. They are in regret though about what they've done. Um. Hmm. Yeah. Can we start fresh? So yes, they would like to. If you was to reach out or try to communicate with this person, yeah, they would they wouldn't have no problem reconnecting back with you, simply because of the type of connection they had with you. Hmm. They sabotage this, but but like I said, you can't be friends or have a healthy connection with somebody who is jealous, who envies you, who competes with you, who compares themselves to you, who cannot celebrate you when you win. Because I can bet you for some of y'all, you celebrated them. Yeah. Hmm. Mm-hmm. King of Swords in reverse, Libra. Yeah, somebody who was selfish too. They could have been selfish towards you and very devious. Mm-hmm. Mm. They could be somebody, I don't know. Maybe they could have a bit of paranoia. It could cause them to be overly cautious as well. This person could be somebody that could be so overly cautious, but yet and still they still slip up. You know, they still slip up and get exposed. They can do devious things to you, but they'll think about it before they do it. Like this, they don't have no problem with moving on a premeditated type of vibe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is somebody that did betray you. With the Ten of Swords being here, Gemini energy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So you had to walk away. You walked away from you distanced yourself from a betrayal. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Queen of Swords here in reverse. Aquarius energy. Uh, this this person is somebody who gossips. They spread lies. They spread lies. They could be a bit biased, maybe a little prejudiced, but I don't mean just in race. I mean like they can be prejudiced, toward others in other ways. But this is somebody that's not happy. This is like a misery loves company type of person. This is somebody that uh, who will put you down, and they can't be trusted. And for some of y'all, this could have been a couple uh, that could have been this way towards you. King of Swords to the Queen of Swords in reverse. It could have been a couple that could have did this, or this could all be the same person. This could all be the same person. Very devious. Very devious person. Now it's like, okay, I miss, uh, they are left with their thoughts, their regrets about what they have done. Um, Now it's like, okay, I do regret doing what I did to collective. You know, that wasn't cool. They didn't deserve that. Um, and I hope, I would like to start fresh again with them, hoping just to have another chance with being connected to them. But then again, like I said, you walked away, so you distanced yourself from them, and they know why you did. You can't be friends with somebody that's, what I'm saying, that's a hater. Whether they show it, whether they show you, or whether this is something they carry on the inside of them. But either way, it is going to show itself at some point. They can hide it all they want to, but in subtle ways, if you pay attention, it shows itself. It shows itself through their actions, and maybe even sometimes the words they speak. So you just got to pay attention to it. You know, read between the lines. Yeah, you'll be surprised at what you may find out. But anyway, let's get a message from Spirit Collective, and then we'll close this out. Spirit, a message for collective, please. A message for collective. Ooh, thank you. Got two. So Spirit says, love yourself more by saying no to things that feel draining and burden for you. Say no when you want to say no, instead of saying yes to please other people. It is a real act of self love. Yeah, it is a real act of self love when you know how to say no. When you put boundaries in place and stand on them. Yeah, that is an act of self love, self care. Also, Spirit says you are safe, you are protected. The worst is behind you, and you are ready to move to beyond the challenges that were set for you. Lessons you have been learned. Yeah, it is safe for you to trust your path. Yeah, it's trust for you to trust your path because you are learning the lessons. You're gaining the wisdom along the way. So the so the uh so the mistakes that you made in the past that you won't make again. Yeah, because you've already been there, done that. Yeah. So that's all I have collected for this reading. If it resonates, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, comment. And for those of you who has donated to the channel, thank you for the blessing once again. So until next time, you guys, take care. God bless, and I'll see you soon.